can miss his music box. I know it's beautiful, the lyrics inside. She love your head, you will play again. Maybe not now, we will hear it all in time. I dropped my guitar yesterday. Somehow I found that that's okay. This is the sound that I wanna have played. Maybe the lyrics will make me afraid. I'm not quite sure. A little monkey with the tiny chimes. If she knew, she only said gold mines. A silver chest filled with silver outlines made me try so hard not to try. You let go before. Sing for me again, this is music box. I know it's beautiful, the lyrics inside. She love your head, you will play again. Maybe not now, we will hear it all in time.
Hurry, hurry, hurry! Step right up, boys and girls of all ages. Get your tickets to the free show
My
now!
little muse is still a music box, a music box. Always singing in my head, filled with the same. Open this box, open this box. Maybe she don't know, 'cause I made me ashamed. I was alone, I wasn't told. She should know that she was alone, was alone. This little favor, you know, it's true, it's true. I like to help, but who I am, it's true, it's true. Ladies and gentlemen, put both of your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. We are Fable!
A special co-host, actor and musician, Tommy Stamper.
Hello, everybody. Happy to be here. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is a wonderful time of year when we celebrate stealing from and killing an indigenous group of people.
That's not what Thanksgiving's about.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I think Thanksgiving is about spending time with the people you love and giving thanks for what you have.
Where'd you get that stuff from? Yeah. Oh, well, you say tomato, I say tomato.
You're a negative person deep down inside, aren't you?
I'm a pessimistic optimist.
How does that work?
The glass is half empty, but at least I have something to drink. Please welcome to the show Daniel Murphy, Tom Commissar, and Rasty Slasher. Did I pronounce your name right? Yeah, everybody? Because I suck. Yes. I suck at names. I think it's a pretty much standard on the show. We have some clips brought in by our guests, and then we will see you at the table to find out what they've been into. Then we'll break down the dysfunctional Thanksgiving film, Home for the Holidays. See you at the table. Even the name itself. I mean, you think about Return of the Jedi, they had to change the name of Return of the Jedi to be able to get it out. Right. Which, off note, I just saw one of those posters this week. This guy had one of the, because it wasn't Return of the Jedi originally.
Revenge of the Jedi.
Yeah, Revenge of the Jedi. And they had to change the words and stuff and make it a lot, what would be socially acceptable by not making it so harsh.
It's a stupid film.
No! Empire Strikes Back is the greatest Star Wars ever! You don't know what you're talking about! Return of the Jedi sucks!
You suck!
You're a girl!
You sucks! I'm not a girl!
So here we are, another episode of Film Speak. I just happen to have as my guest one of my favorite people, constantly on the show. He's been a co-host, guest. We work together quite a bit. This is Mark Christopher.
Hi.
Thank you for coming on again.
Thank you for having me on such a special occasion, too.
Oh.
I'm really looking forward to being a part of this episode. Believe it or not, I've had to ask Will for about 1.5 years now to do this episode. So finally he agreed, and we're doing it today. So I'm happy to be here, Will.
I was like, frack it. Let's do a Willy Wonka episode. It's more his favorite movie than mine, but it's definitely a very special movie to me. But we'll get to Willy Wonka. Right now we're focusing on Mark Christopher.
Hello.
So thank you for coming. I know been busy.
Very busy.
I just finished this week Buried Tales.
Oh, good.
Byrne Mill's first feature-length film, which
Good.
you helped score part of.
I did. That was fun. That was really fun. How did it turn out?
Dude, I can't. A lot of your music really helped, but I tell you that hook that
Yeah.
you gave me for the end,
Good. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Just
It,
watch it. Just watch it.
Dude, it is perfect. It gives me it makes me feel like I'm in a Quentin Tarantino moment.
You know what was funny? We'll talk about this more later. Somebody asked me to kind of like make a certain style of song, and I was messing around on the guitar, and then I came up with that riff, and I was like, yeah. Oh nope, I've used it for your film. I can't do it again. But I thought about actually like consulting you about turning that into an actual song.
Oh yeah, dude, do it
Awesome.
because that is an awesome hook. It's just
very
got it's got that kind of rockabilly feel to it.
Like, and I'm not a fan. No offense to anybody out there that is, but I'm not a ZZ Top fan. But it kind of sounds like when you watch the film, you'll totally understand. But like, it's got this ZZ Top. Let's just
Not
ride.
80s pop ZZ Top, but 70s like LaGrange.
Yes.
Pocket Full of Change.
Yes.
ZZ Top. Yeah, it definitely has
Good.
that kind of sound.
Good ZZ Top.
Now, scoring that for me, how are you involved with scoring any other movies right now?
Yes, actually. So there's a gentleman that approached me, and I think I want to talk about him a lot. His name is Steve Hurley, and he consulted me. He was doing a film. He's not the producer guy. A guy by the name of, I wrote my notes down, Greg Frank is the producer, and they found out that I do music, and they asked me to score their films called Liberty's Prisoner. So it's an independent film. It was shot in Northern Kentucky, and I was supposed to meet the guy for lunch yesterday, but unfortunately, due to timing, we couldn't make that happen. So I get to score that. That's cool. I'm
That's
excited
pretty
about
awesome.
that. Yeah, I'm really looking more into like scoring music for films. I like being a part of films, but like scoring, it's fun. You know, I didn't even realize maybe like 4 years ago in Chicago, I scored a play. Like I did. It was technically called the Soundscape,
Yeah.
right? Is that what it's called?
It's called a soundscape. yeah.
Soundscape. I soundscaped it, but it was a play done by my friend Rachel Morgan. She wrote, directed, and starred in the play, and she consulted me, and she said, would you be able to do this? And I said, yes. I did. That was really cool. I don't know if there's YouTube footage of it or not, but I will find out.
Well, for me, I found you know, because we would watch a scene, and I would talk to you about the emotional intent, what undercurrent I was looking for in that scene, and then you would play around, be in your head for a little bit, show me a piece of music, and I'm just like, wow, that's it.
Well, I think, you know, like, hopefully this is a tip for musicians that want to do things like this. Don't just go, oh, I'm going to do a film. This is a song I've been working on for 12 years now. This is going to be great, you know? Like, when you consulted me, it wasn't about what I think the music should be. Because I think there's an undertone to what the actors do. I think there's an undertone for the feeling that the audience needs to connect with, and I think that a big part of that is the music.
Yes.
So being able to go, okay, so the artist or the actor, right? Maybe she had an affair, and she's like worried that her husband's gonna get caught or like find out or whatever, right? So she's like nervous, right? So you got nervousness, you know. The audience doesn't know certain things yet, so there needs to be like a build-up. And there's just all kinds of different aspects to the feeling and the thought behind what's happening, not strictly what's happening.
Yeah, the subtext.
Yes, the subtext, that's what it's called.
Now, how about your own music? Because, not only are you scoring music, movies and stuff, but you're also a musician in your own right.
Yes. Now the video, the pictures. Did we do the video before this?
Yeah, they'll see it before
That was
this.
my old band. That was like back when I was a teenager, when I was a kid, when I had hair down to here. That was just a clip for you, but that's not the style of music I'm doing anymore. The pictures that you posted, however, right? You posted pictures?
Yeah.
Cool. I haven't seen this episode yet because we're filming it now. I'll let you know when we watch it. But the pictures was a man by the name of Steve Hurley who consulted me. He was like, I want to do a photo shoot for you. And I said, okay, yeah, absolutely. And it was actually in this outfit, believe it or not. I love it. And midway through the photo shoot, they were videotaping this. And he looks at me and he pulls the camera down and he says, we're turning this into a music video, right? I said, okay. And he said, no, like one of your songs we're doing. I said, all right. He said, I got a guy I'm going to put you in connection with, and we're going to record. So, like, although I've been recording, I'm now going to go with this guy and record more music.
That's sweet.
Yeah, so it's going to be a different style of music than what I've done in the past, but I'm really excited. More like bluesy, dirty blues.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. It's weird to say rock blues because when people think rock blues, they think of a ton of different stuff, but it's...
Well, for me, like Led Zeppelin. People call Led Zeppelin rock. Led Zeppelin is not rock to me. It's blues.
Yes, that style, like when the levee breaks, you know what I mean? Like some old harmonica. And I'm not like, dude, one of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs ever to play is Over the Hills and Far Away.
Yeah, great song.
I will play that song. Okay, here's something weird. And this is not a joke. This is truth. I will go on rants of just like 20 minutes to an hour to maybe 3 minutes, whatever. I'll play that song just nonstop.
Well, I thought you were talking about going on a rant now. I was about to say, dude, we only got like 10, 15 minutes,
I'll keep it slow. But like, I'll go on like just nonstop playing that song. And when I'm done, I will write a new song. Like, it's like if you were like, write a song, I'll be like, I'll play that riff. The opening riff's my favorite part. I'll play that for a little bit, come out of that, and something happens.
It just cranks the juices in your brain.
It's the, I don't know what the word is. It just gets the gears going.
Kashmir I mean, I love a lot of the Zeppelin songs,
Yeah.
and Kashmir might not be my favorite song, but is that song, like you said, I listen to it and it transports me.
Yeah.
And it gets the juices flowing.
Yep. There's so many other Led Zeppelin songs that people don't know about. I like Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. Yeah, but like, have you heard Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You? Oh,
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
Well, I love that there's 4 Zeppelin songs that contain references to The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
There's more than 4.
Four that come to mind.
Rambling On, right? In the
Ramblin'
darkest depths of Mordor.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
met a girl so fair, but Gollum in the evil one.
Crept up in Misty Mountain Hop. I mean,
Yep.
it's right there in the title.
Yep, Led Zeppelin was very influenced
When the Levee
by-
Breaks also mentions, has a one-line Hobbit reference in it too.
Yeah, did you know, okay, my favorite song, the song that got me inspired to play music was Mr. Crowley by Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, sweet.
I have that tattooed on my ribcage. I'm not kidding.
The-
Like
the
whole song,
words?
the whole lyrics, all the notes too. No, that'd be too much.
It's just a metaphor, of course.
But Jimmy Page bought Aleister Crowley's house, and parts of Led Zeppelin 4, where Stairway to Heaven was recorded in that house, in the mansion, not house.
You know, supposedly, if you open up the original album for Hotel California, there's a picture inside of the band in the Hotel California looking down.
Yeah.
And then up here on a balcony, I personally, because they say, oh, he wasn't there when the picture was taken. I think it was altered, but
Okay.
Aleister Crowley
That's cool. Now,
is up there.
okay, in the Rolling Stones, I think. Oh no, the Beatles. He's in a Rolling Stones record. I don't know which one, but in the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts
He's on the
Club Band,
cover.
he's on the cover as
Yeah.
well. There's so many Aleister Crowley references.
Now, what films have you been acting in lately?
Okay, so I did this film, and I'm actually like legally not allowed to talk a lot about it, but James Franco is producing it.
Oh, yeah,
And I'm just some guy in the background, nothing fancy.
Oh, that's still.
Yeah, I was there until midnight last night filming that, and then I had to get up.
Well,
early
and
to come
that's
here
being
today.
brought to, was brought to Cincinnati by the same group that did the Kate Blanchett movie,
Yep.
Carol.
Yep.
Yes.
Which I also was
Which you were
in.
also a part of.
There's some stuff that they've asked me not to talk about, so I don't know, like if you brought it up, then I'm like, well, he brought that up, I didn't, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
But
Well, you know,
yes.
you did the name drop. Oh, James Franco. Let me pick that up. Put that back in my.
James, I was
put
in a
that back in
James
my
Franco
pocket.
film.
Yeah, James Franco. James. Kate Blanchett.
James
Wah, wah, wah.
Franco. I could go on and on.
Are there any other roles that you've been a part of in films?
I gotta tell you this, not film.
Okay.
So a friend of mine, her name is Samantha, and her name's Samantha Russell. And if you guys get a chance, check her stuff out. She's really good.
You can find her online then.
Yes,
Google Samantha Russell.
with 2 S's and 2 L's. She told
2
me
S's
that.
and 2 L's. Now, what happens if
Russell.
if I Google Samantha Russell nude? Will anything come up?
You know, I don't know.
It was worth a shot.
She's-
I'm always curious about
I
that.
can't tell you on film. No, I'm just kidding. I don't
We'll see
know.
those pictures later.
She's gonna kill me. But she did a play called The Mother's Plea, and she asked me if I wanted to go. So I said, yeah, I would like to go. So the day of, she said, I got you a ticket, so just text me when you get here. So I showed up and I texted her. And I was like, hey, I'm here. She comes out. She's like, here's your ticket. Do you want to be in the play? Yeah. She's like, really? Yeah, no questions asked. So I got to be on the stage and watch this play that I'd never seen in my life. I was a juror. And what was really cool was I've never done jury duty in my life. So in my head, I'm like, how do I do this? You know, this is not an experience I've lived in life. So how do
Yeah.
I bring this character to life? And I thought, you've never been to jury duty. Why not go find out what it's like? And I just sat there and I got to be in a play.
That's awesome.
Yeah. was really cool.
I did a play way back long, when the Earth was young,
Yeah.
called Night of January 16th,
Okay.
and it was a courtroom drama.
Yeah.
And one thing I always liked about it was they picked the jury members from the audience.
Ooh, that
And
would be cool.
The play had 2 different endings. So the jury got to pick whether they thought the girl was guilty or innocent.
Now, see, okay, they knew. And the what's his name? The foreman?
Yeah.
The foreman was the only one of the jurors that knew what that paper said. And I was talking to him during like the little intermission, and I said, I'm dying to know, because I had no idea. All I knew is she was in this play. I didn't even know what it was about until they're like, here's
Yeah.
what it's about. But they wouldn't give away the ending. So I was sitting up there, and I'm like, man, I've made a decision that I'm not really for sure of right now, you know? Like, and they're going to look at me and be like, this guy said yes or no to, like, you know, sentencing this 17-year-old kid
Yeah.
to go to jail. And it was good. It was a really cool experience.
What a neat experience.
Yes.
But I mean, to go to a play and then wind up in it.
Yes. I have this little motto. I have it tattooed on me as well. We could have a thing about my tattoos
your
if you want.
tattoos.
Yeah.
Mark
Called,
just wants to take his clothes off.
you know, I have a Willy Wonka tattoo too. Not kidding. Just remembered that.
It's a schnozberry.
You can taste it, and it tastes like a snozberry. Because I'm the music maker, and I'm the dreamer of
Your
dreams. No, we are. We both are. That was cool. That was a cool little.
Little segue.
You know, I need to get that tattoo. I told my mom the other day, because I was watching the film and prep for this. I said, and that line came on, and she was walking in. I said, Mom, I'm going to get that tattooed. And she's like, God, don't do that, please. She hates my tattoos. I love her to death, but she doesn't like my tattoos.
That happened. Sorry, Mom.
I love you, Mom. How about that?
It's Mother's Day tomorrow. Work makes up for it.
Yes, although when you watch this in TV land, it will
It'll be
not
a few
Mother's
weeks
Day.
later.
Happy Mother's Day. Sorry for the delay. There's this satellite time
Thank
delay.
you, sir.
Oh, hey, can I, real quick.
Real quick.
If you want to do, or even check out my photo shoot, SteveHurleyPhoto.com, and I think we'll put it at the end.
Yeah.
The guy is phenomenal. I've worked with a lot of photographers, and I like, as an actor, as an entertainer, I'm like, all right, so what do I do? You know, and they're like,
Yeah.
just stand there, act natural. You know, and it's never been good photo shoots. Like, this guy's like, don't move, stay right there. And like some of the stuff that he did like blew my mind. Like being there, I was like, I know this is gonna be a cool shot.
They had the fan blowing on you, and were you like,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So one more time with the guy's name?
Steve Hurley, and it's Steve Hurley Photo, not photos. SteveHurleyPhoto.com. He's got a production company that he works with. Those guys are going to be the one setting up the music video.
Mark's pimping him. We'll put him in the credits.
Yes.
So you can be able to check him out. Look for that website address. And I guess if you need a photographer, this guy might be the man.
He's the guy.
Well, stick around, and we're going to be talking the heck out of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Thank you. And blah, 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 freaking blah. And next segment. Fudge that all up again. Jeez, I have not had enough coffee. Welcome to the Cafe 125 comedy segment. Hey! On today's episode, we have a very, very funny man. He is John Bernard has come all the way from the land of northern Kentucky to come here and entertain us and bring us the funny. Please welcome comedian John Bernard.
Howdy, everybody. Almost didn't make it here to Dayton today. Took me 3 weeks to get here. We lost our son to consumption on the way up here, and had to get 2 new wagon wheels, so it's been 10 minutes to spare I made it here. So it's an amazing place. I wasn't expecting so many people here. I guess about 1,600 here today. That's pretty strong. It's good. It's good. So let's see what's going on. I am getting ready to celebrate my 24th wedding anniversary on the 29th of this month. You're not supposed to clap until somebody gets out of prison. No, just last night my wife and I were laying in bed and she said I was smothering her, if you believe that, after 24 years. At least that's what it sounded like with that pillow over her face. No, she said I've given her a fairy tale life. I said, am I your Sir Lancelot? She said, no, you're my Sir Lancelittle. I don't know what she meant by that. So we just became grandparents too. Our grandson was born a year ago. Gabriel, named him after an angel, which is ironic since an angel got her pregnant. Lucifer. I'm 42 years old, and you're never too old. You can't ever give up on your dreams. I just graduated college last May, no lie. So thank you. It was Barber College. I did so well, I graduated Afro Cum Laude. Magnum cum laude, too. Yeah, it was good. It's good to be here on Day TV. I just got cable. There's some wild shows out there. The one that amazes me, it starts out like this. If you live in Kentucky and have a critter problem, you're sure to call the Turtle Man, Ernie Brown. Yee! Live action. Me and my trusty Not Thunder are going to go excavate some turtles. The guy lives in a shack. He's missing his front teeth. The only thing I don't like about it, I hate when somebody from Kentucky gets an opportunity to be in the spotlight and comes out looking like a complete hillbilly. You know what I mean? True. A lot of bullying. You hear about bullying. It's a hot topic right now. I think we should stop bullying. I really feel like we need to love each other and take care of each other. I was bullied a lot as a kid. I know it's hard to tell by looking at me today. I was bullied for being poor. They called me 25 cent first grade through sixth grade. Not because I was a good rapper, young lady. No. Because my mom and dad shopped at garage sales. And they left that price tag on the back of my dickie. So not only am I a kid with a dickie, I'm the kid with a garage sale dickie, you know. And it's tough when your mom and dad, when you're poor, you know. My mom and dad, I wanted a yearbook so bad. My dad bought me one from a garage sale. Class of 54. He said, look, son, you ain't got to mess around having it signed. It's all done, you know. You're not going to think about these people for another 25 years until this crazy, awful thing called Facebook is invented. Tough being bullied. Bullied all my life. I'm having a flashback of being bullied. I got de-pantsed in the 6th grade. My nickname changed. Started calling me Johnny Just Ahead. But I won't go into that. I won't go into that at all. Oh my God, I guess that's my time for today, folks. I've had like 17 cups of coffee since I've been here, so I'm a nervous wreck. Golly, that wasn't even like 5 minutes, but I apologize. I've lost my place. Anyway.
Hold on. Come back here, sir. Come back here. Thank you very much for coming
Thank you,
on.
I appreciate it.
Now, because we have like maybe 5 or 6 people who watch the show.
I'm going to be in Lima on the Thursday. What is the Thursday? This coming Thursday. This Thursday. When this airs, I would have already been in Lima, so don't worry about that. But you can catch me. I'm at the Funny Bone in Newport quite often. Sometimes Go Bananas, sometimes Wiley's. So
Can they find you on Facebook?
Facebook, John Bernard, or that's it. That's the only place you can find me.
That's the only place you can find him.
Or at the barbershop. I do cut hair, so I can get you taken care of there too. Dream Team Barbershop, Turfway Road, Florence.
You can get a haircut and a laugh.
All right.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. Very funny man. Come with me, and you'll see a world of pure imagination. Thank you. Welcome to our very special Willy Wonka episode. We're going to be talking about a movie that means, I guess, a lot to me, but I think even more to my guest, Mark Christopher. One of my favorite memories, when I was a kid, there were films that were played just once a year. Wizard of Oz was played every year at Thanksgiving. It's a Wonderful Life was played every year at Christmas. And Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was played every spring break on Easter weekend.
Really?
I had to wait a whole year, because this is before the time of VCRs and, cable and, whatnot, at least for poor people like I was. And, I had to wait till Easter came around to see Willy Wonka, but every year I was on Willy Wonka. Nice. I had to watch that, part of my tradition. Nothing could get in the way or I would have a spaz attack.
Nice. I was actually talking to my brother yesterday, and I said, where did we get Willy Wonka? And he said, I don't know. It just showed up at our house one day. And, ever since I was a kid, it's that's my favorite movie of all time. Love this film.
Well, when my kids were young, I polluted them with it. It's the standards when they were toddler to preschool age was like Willy Wonka, Princess Bride, Rocky Horror Picture Show. And these were the films that we would just, stuck to constantly.
Right.
Willy Wonka, the Oompa Loompas, the messages and everything to it. We'd be at the store and they'd be bugging me for stuff and I would just be like, I want the world. I want the whole world. I want to lock it up right here in my pocket. It's my box of chocolates.
Give it to me now.
Yeah, just the impact that this film has.
I had a crush on her my whole life when I was a kid.
On Veruca Salt?
Yep.
So you like the high maintenance, high strung, demanding women, huh?
Yep. And I think Willy Wonka did too, because when I watched the film and prepped for this, the line where she was like, don't you dare try to stop me. And she goes up and she signs a thing. And he was like, very nicely handled, Veruca. She's a girl who knows where she's going. And I'm like, ooh, you liked her too.
I can see that.
Right?
And also, anybody watching, Mark Christopher is currently looking for a nice dominatrix, preferably into leather and latex.
And chocolate.
And chocolate, lots and
That's
lots.
weird. No, I don't have a chocolate thing.
And hot marshmallows.
Latex is fine. Chocolate is not. I've seen some weird stuff in my day.
Butterscotch, butter rum.
Butterscotch, butter gin. What's going on inside of there?
Oh,
come on, you gotta finish the line.
Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker.
There you go. And we're gonna make a ton of references.
Lonely time, ring time, birds sing, hey, ding-a-ling.
Sweet lovers love the spring.
Isn't Gene Wilder just one of the most perfect comedy actors? And so wonderful for this role.
I think, I had no idea who Gene Wilder was for a long time, because he's Willy Wonka in my mind. Now, what movie was he in with Richard Pryor where he cussed? Was it Trains, Planes, and Automobiles?
No, it's, Silver Streak.
Silver Streak, right?
Stir Crazy.
One of the first times I'd seen one of those films, that was like maybe like last year, he said a cuss word and I went, Willy Wonka cussed. Because that's what it is to me, right? It's anytime I see Gene Wilder in anything, with his profanity, whatever, it's Willy Wonka.
Him and Richard Pryor did 5 films, I believe, together in total. And that all started with Blazing Saddles, of all things.
Yep.
Because Richard Pryor was a writer and they became friends.
This is my shooting hand.
And Gene Wilder wasn't even supposed to play that role in Blazing Saddles.
No?
It was originally given to an actor who was an old alcoholic cowboy type.
John Wayne.
Well, he asked John Wayne. John Wayne passed on it.
Oh, okay.
Because he felt it would affect his image too much. But the guy had a heart attack the day before shooting.
Ooh.
So Gene Wilder, one day before they were beginning shooting, gets a phone call from Mel Brooks. Can you help me out? He's like, I'll be right there.
Nice.
And without any preparation, I mean, getting there on the day of starting. And that's amazing. It's a brilliant performance. But back to Willy Wonka.
Yes, absolutely. What would you like to discuss? Here's something. I think Willy Wonka. Okay, so do you want to talk about the differences between the book?
The book and the movie, the 2 movies.
Okay.
Because I know we've discussed about, I think we both feel the same, that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is, you know, the Tim Burton movie, is closer to the original Ronald Dahl book.
Yes.
But that Willy Wonka is a better film.
Original. This is really old.
Wow. Can I touch it?
Yep. I bought it on eBay, but it's like one of the, not like the first copy ever made, but one of the
early copies.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: when I watch the film again, even in the scene where Veruca's arguing with her dad, right? He's like, well, I want it now, and he's like, sweetheart, I'm not a magician. Give me time, right? And they're all like shelling the candy wrappers. Did you see Slugworth in there?
Yeah.
Like he's out in the crowd at one point, and so like as I watched it, he's always like around. Was that planned? I know it was planned for the film. Like that's not what I'm asking.
Yeah.
But did Willy Wonka say, I want that guy? I want that
Yeah, I think
kid?"
that's the meaning behind it, is that Willy Wonka picked the kids ahead of time that he wanted to find the tickets.
Okay.
And that's why, because Slugworth was always right there, you know. When Mike TV, when all of them find their tickets, man, he is right there to whisper in their ear.
That scene?
Yeah.
When he's on the microphone?
See, I have a dream of always, like, I want to have a house where I have, like, my own electricity, like solar panels, and I want some guy to be out in front of my gates.
Yeah.
So when people come by and ask about it, he can say, nobody ever goes in, nobody ever comes out.
And then he just wheels this
and then
weird
wheels
stuff
away.
I'm with you. Now, okay, here's the thing. So in reading the book, I realized more after, because I watched the film and then I read the book in prep for this. And you always know Willy Wonka's weird and crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, if you remember, he shut the factory down for so long. And then he opened it back up, but he's kind of a recluse. Do you think he's kind of like Michael Jackson in the way that, like, he kind of never really grew up? So part of his attitude is very playful and childlike.
And that would explain the Oompa Loompas, because they're actually just missing children.
Yeah. That's every couple of years he sends out 5
I'm
tickets.
get in trouble for that one.
He sends out 5 tickets, and 4 of them disappeared.
No.
Orange.
They'll return to their normal, obnoxious selves, but maybe a little bit wiser.
Yep. Now, here was something that I had thought of, because, okay, if you watch the film, the adults think he's crazy. The children are too, in their own weird way, like one is like a glutton, one is selfish, one's a brat, one's
a TV addict.
None can relate to Willy Wonka, but I think Willy Wonka was still a child. Like, think about the scene where it's like, there's no earthly way of knowing
which direction we
right?
are going.
Like, that whole boat ride, he seems like Gene Wilder's character is just like, this is a fun boat ride.
Yeah.
Why is everybody else freaking out? You know what I mean? How many times do you think he rode that by himself? Right?
Yeah.
Like, that whole factory is his playground.
And but did he set up those? Because those pictures, well, like you said, in the representations of the children, those images were kind of reflecting the worst possibilities of the parents of the kids back at themselves. So I've always wondered if that tunnel really just shows your insides to you as you go through it.
Ooh, and everybody sees what they see.
Yeah.
That's a pretty interesting concept. Now, I will say this. I think in comparison to the book, there's too many words. Now, I told that to my brother, and he's like, yeah, it's a book, man. There's a ton of words. But, like, they're, like, overplayed. Like, Gene Wilder's character, Willy Wonka, would say, like, a bunch of words in a sentence. Gene Wilder would say 3-4 words. You know what I mean? And I think there was a lot of emotion behind Gene Wilder's caring, compassionate self. Like, here's something weird. In this book, 2 things. One, do you know when Augustus falls into the chocolate river, right?
Yeah.
And his mom's freaking out. And he's like, help, police, murder. Right?
Yeah.
His mom says that in the book. Or it's either his mom or his dad. Now, see, in the book, 2 parents got to go. Except Charlie, because he just took his grandfather.
Yeah, grandfather.
So, and then also the snozberries taste like snozberries, Veruca Salt's line.
Yeah.
Mike TV said that in the book.
And my daughter and I found out that snozberries is a slang term, I think, in England, Ireland, Scotland area for the tip of the male genitalia. So think about that next time you taste a schnozberry.
They don't taste like what they said on the wall.
Yeah, I tell you. I think I want to stick with the scratch and sniff bananas. Thank you very much.
That's probably wise. That's probably really wise. Something else I wanted to say, and I just forgot it completely. Oh, okay. So do you like this outfit?
Dude, quick? you look very Willy Wonka.
Do you know, okay, here's what's weird. A guy down in Tennessee named Manuel, first off, this guy is wicked sick.
Yeah.
He has done stuff for, like, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, every country artist you can imagine. This guy, like, made Johnny Cash's The Man in Black.
Oh, wow.
Right? He made Johnny Cash's all-black outfits. And Johnny Cash was like, are you sure about this? And he's like, try it. Trust me. So he made this. And when I was talking to him about it, I said, here's what I want. And this is way before we decided we were going to do this film, too. But this is kind of like my image that I want to go for. I said, Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder, decides, you know what? I'm going to quit making candy, and I want to be a rock star. How would he dress?
And that's his outfit.
This is his
outfit. Dude, I can totally see that. I can't believe he made that outfit for you. That is awesome.
Yeah. It's got my name on the inside, too.
Hell yeah.
Custom, man. Very nice.
Custom made.
Yeah, I
super
appreciate that.
Super
Thank you very
Wonka
much.
pimpin'.
But yeah, I like it. Willy Wonka, ugh.
You look spectacular. You know, I think one thing I've always loved is the Roald Dahl books were always so dark. And they translate to great movies, because I love James and the Giant Peach.
He wrote Matilda, too.
Love Matilda, which was directed by Danny DeVito.
Oh, he directed that?
He directed it, and I just acted in it.
I didn't know that.
He directed it, too.
That's
cool. Another one we watched over and over again when the kids were young.
That's awesome.
What else? Let's see, there's, I'm missing a couple. There's Matilda.
Here, ooh, haha, we have a cheat sheet. Ta-da.
Cheat sheet. Matilda, The Witches, another great one that was made into that was the movie with Angelica Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And The Fantastic Mr. Fox, that's the one I was trying to think of, which was made into a wonderful Wes Anderson movie. Big Wes Anderson fans here, people.
No idea. I'm sorry, don't hate me.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Bottle Rocket.
Okay.
Royal Tenenbaums, which is a very favorite movie of mine. Yeah,
So-
he's got a great style.
So, okay, so here's a thought I had about this film. I think, well, first off, I think Johnny Depp shouldn't have tried this. I love Johnny Depp as a human being, not as Willy Wonka.
Not as Willy Wonka.
But I think, you know, I was talking to a buddy of mine, the bass player that I jam with. His name is Chet Surratt. He said, I love this movie for the purity of it, you know? And I saw Right, like, but think about it. Think about it. Like, okay, Charlie Bucket. We all kind of knew that he was gonna something big. Even when he's like, "Oh man," it's like, why are we following this character if he's not gonna get the golden ticket, right? Like, how dumb of a movie would that be if we follow Charlie up to that point and then follow everybody else that we haven't been following?
I can kind of see what he means because of the last one of the last lines. So shines a good deed
in a weary world.
In a weary world.
That's how we feel. Anyway.
Now I've got a golden ticket.
But check this out. Here was something, when I watched the film again, I was thinking about this. Charlie wasn't innocent. He stole fizzy lifting drinks. He thought it was okay. They both, him and Grandpa Joe, both went, yeah, I don't know about this, but they made a bad decision. The only difference between Charlie and the other characters was they were morally kind of like
they deserved it,
not deserved it. They were sympathetic and they actually apologized. Because what did Charlie do? Charlie was like, and I think it wasn't in the movie, it wasn't in the book, but when I watched the film again, when Charlie was like, Mr. Wonka,
gives him the everlasting gobstopper.
It was like him saying, I'm sorry. I really do. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was like asking for atonement in that sense.
Well, because, you know, right before that scene, Grandpa was saying, well, we'll show him, you know, how much did Slugworth say he would give you for that, you know, and he turns right around from that having enough money to help his family, get a new house.
And they were dirt poor.
And makes amends, because it was more, his honor was more important than him, than the monetary value.
Now, you know what was really cool? Gene Wilder and Pete Ostrom, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, they became friends. He was the guy who played Charlie Bucket. They were becoming really good friends. And everybody knew that the scene was coming where he was like, no, you don't get anything, right?
Yeah.
And that was the line. But nobody knew that Gene Wilder was going to go nuts. Nobody was like, wrong, sir, wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Like, nobody knew he was going to go off.
Nothing.
And I saw an interview and he said, I felt so bad because I couldn't tell him.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell him.
Well, you want that natural reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, and one thing I noticed was, did you notice Gene Wilder was smoking a cigar?
Yeah.
And then he put it down, and I never caught that until 2 days ago, and I saw it again.
It's real quick.
It's real quick, and you don't even see it. You just see him put something down and the smoke coming up, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a cigar. That's cool. And then, the scene where he walks out with his cane, and he's going slow, and then he does that somersault.
Yeah.
Gene said to Mel Stroop, who is the producer-director guy, he said, I'll play Willy Wonka under one condition. You let me come out and do the somersault and go, ta-da! And he was like, why? And he said, because from that point on, no one will know if I'm serious or if I'm playing.
Yeah.
And that, I think, added to the suspense of, like,
what's his character going to do next?
Right.
What's his real motivation?
Right.
Yeah.
Those are, like, just small little interesting facts.
That just goes to show you can watch this movie over and over again, because we have.
Yes,
honestly,
a bazillion times.
And it's worth it.
Well,
I guess I think we're done, sir. I know. Do
it again. Do it. Do it.
We're out of here.